There's something so elegant about a fresh, pristine clay pot. Something in the beauty of the lines and the cleanliness that I think we look for in every area of our lives that we appreciate about it. Now, due to global supply chain issues, that might be my only chance to get my point across here. If you have a lost parent in your life, you might recognize something like this. That's about how my husband found me after we lost our first child, when he recommended that maybe we take some time to watch a comedian. Now, even though he was in roughly the same shape, he knew that inherently there was something more that needed to be done. Did you know that you could do more for the lost parents in your life? Now, some of you might have just asked, but they've been so distant but it's been a while. Shouldn't they have just gone through their grief already? And if you think that your grief parent is stuck in their grief, maybe it's you that's left them in that box, and you also have the opportunity to help them out of that box. We know from our personal experiences with grief that choosing joy in the midst of those struggles is possible, and as a matter of fact, there's science to back it up. MRI imaging of people going through grief of their brains lets us know that it's not just time that heals all wounds, it's the experiences that we have after the loss that help us rewire our brain and understand that that person isn't here anymore. As a matter of fact, neurologists suggest that we might not even have the capacity to understand the concept of death with the way our brains are wired. So with the closeness and proximity that mothers and children have, you have to understand at that point that grief is so much harder to overcome with that wiring from those moms and dads. And where friends and family tend to fail those parents, we see it around the points of choosing those involvements and being able to incorporate them in those new experiences, giving them a chance to choose that joy, because it is a chance for them to choose joy when you include them. And it's hard to do that by yourself. So then when you have the grief and isolation at the same time, you now have a recipe for depression. You see, when my husband suggested that we take some time to watch a comedian and do something different, a new experience, he was giving me a chance to make the small baby steps towards an experience that would maybe lead to joy. And it would give me an opportunity and a chance for both of us to learn coping mechanisms, to rewire our brains around what's happened, so that we learned things like getting people through their grief and using that, and the fact that we enjoy watching comedians when life is hard. As a matter of fact, this fall we actually got to meet one of our comedians that we love to watch, and I think it's great that he has a similar mindset about this, because he has a non-for-profit where he goes into people's most darkest and awful parts of their life and gives them that chance to choose joy, just like what we've been talking about. And I think that's something that we need to consider with lost parents, is to give them the opportunity, the gift, to choose joy in this situation that they're in, that they're able to do that choosing of having joy again, even if life looks a little bit different than before.